Libra is all about the extension of ourselves, our relationships. It's all about what it is that we connect with. What do we gravitate towards? If we're working on ourselves, if we're being our true authentic selves, if we are doing the things that make us happy, we are naturally going to attract situations and people that are going to be reflective of that. Aries, let's talk about what the solar eclipse is going to do for you. The solar eclipse is taking place in your 7th house. People, situations, and extensions of yourself, whatever you consider that to be, are leaving your life in the next 6 months to make room for the new, to make room for the new Aries. Now, with Chiron being in your sign, it's very likely that you're undergoing a lot of identity crises. You're trying to figure out who you are, what you stand for, what you're going to do. And as that happens, you attract people that are going to be representative of those situations so that the universe can test your ability to deal with those things outside of yourself. Be prepared for that in the next 6 months. Don't hold on to any sort of friendship or relationship that is not serving you, that is not reciprocating your energy, that's not bringing balance to your life. Let them go and the right ones will come in, I promise. Taurus, this solar eclipse is taking place in your 6th house. Your daily schedule is about to get way more hectic, but not everything is meant for you. If you feel as though it is draining your energy, it is encroaching on your independence, on your freedoms, it's up to you to problem solve and figure out what it is that is not serving you on a daily basis. The next 6 months is all about discerning what it is that's supposed to be in your life and what's not supposed to be in your life. And you're going to know whether something's going to be a part of your life in a healthy manner if it's allowing you to rest, if it is making you feel peaceful, if it is allowing you to be your full, unadulterated self. If a situation is encroaching on your freedoms, your identity, your ability to stand on your own 2 feet, then you know that you have to make some cuts. Geminis, this solar eclipse is taking place in your 5th house, which is commonly known as the house of play and fun, but also risk-taking. We need to strike a balance between the things that we need to do and the things that we want to do. You have some sort of role or title that you hold in a specific group that you have to keep in mind before you make stupid mistakes. This is a time where you can get really distracted and lose your way if you're not cautious. Remember that the future you depends on the present you. Cancer, because the moon is directly involved in the solar eclipse, you are taking a pivotal role in the changes that are taking place in the next 6 months. The solar eclipse is happening in your 4th house space, and as much as your family and your home life are extensions of you, you need to remember that your destiny is your own. You have some sort of public role that you play that is becoming more and more important. And with that comes a lot of issues with you thinking that, you don't deserve to be where you're at, or that you're being selfish, or that you're thinking only about yourself. But the truth of the matter is, you've likely spent your entire life trying to take care of other people. And in the next 6 months, you really have to shift the focus. Please know that the changes that take place in the next 6 months will put you on a brand new journey, a huge directional change. And I think it's going to be good because you're going to be pursuing something that is just for you, not related to family, not related to the home and your responsibilities and the people in your life. You're on your own individual path and you need to prioritize yourself. If any situations come up in the next 6 months, they're likely going to be related to setting strong boundaries and setting those proper expectations from others and yourself. Now, Leos, your ruler, the sun, is directly involved in the solar eclipse, so you know that you're going to be the main character. I think you are learning a lot about yourself and how you think about the world around you, how you fit into the world around you. That in turn is changing the way that you approach meeting new people, putting yourself out there, learning new things. There is a change in the way that you flirt and connect with people. You may be aligning yourself with people who have a lot to teach you, who have shared hobbies and interests, and that's going to change your mind about how it is that you're going to approach personal growth. Virgos, because this solar eclipse is taking place in your second house space, your value systems are changing in a major way in the next 6 months. This could have to do with property. This could have to do with the location that you're at. This could have to do with your material belongings. But what you consider to be valuable and important to you are going to change. And that is based on the things that you have gone through as a person, the difficulties that you've gone through. The more that you pursue yourself, your desires, the more that you choose to do things on your own, for yourself, by yourself, the more challenges that you come across. And that is the case in the next 6 months. When you seek independence, you stir the pot. And you're stirring the pot, but it comes with the territory. You're literally in new territory and you're doing a good job. Don't think that you don't deserve this, because you do. You're leveling up and I'm proud of you. Libras, of course, this solar eclipse is taking place in your first house, which means that your relationship to yourself is changing in the next 6 months. There may be a walk down memory lane, okay? There may be some backtracking or introspection that's happening that can get really emotional. You have to have an open mind and an open heart when you are problem solving, when you are approaching issues in your life. It's a two-way street. You are excellent at compromising, problem solving, but you have to allow other people to be able to meet you halfway. Know that you're not perfect. There are things within yourself that you need to work on, and it all stems from how you feel about yourself, the role that you play in other people's lives, and the hurt that you've caused in other people's experience. And it's really important for you to assume responsibility. If you feel as though you are, or you have abandoned yourself in some way, then that's going to show in how you relate to other people. Scorpios, this solar eclipse is taking place in your 12th house. It can be a challenging time when you have a solar eclipse happening in your 12th house, because it's so obscured. It can be something that's happening behind the scenes and it's happening in your subconscious, and you may not even be aware that it's happening, but it's definitely happening. You are a person that aligns themselves with peace as much as possible. You are someone who chooses peace as much as possible, would rather let go than stay and work on the situation. But in the next 6 months, you're being asked to stick it out and be present and actively pursue problem solving. Don't run away. Don't leave because it's getting hard. There are things that you need to learn and talk about and embrace that are going to be difficult, that will require you to be honest about something related to health or work or effort. It's not something that's going to be easy, but it's totally possible, and it's necessary for you to be able to get the rest that you need, for you to be able to have the peace that you so desire. Get ready to put your problem-solving hats on. Sagittarius, this solar eclipse is taking place in your 11th house. Your dreams, your hopes, your goals, you are aligning to a new future, to new goals, to new dreams, to new possibilities. You're going to have to embrace allowing yourself to be present, taking some risks, doing things that you've never done before, doing things just for fun, an activity that you enjoy doing, or something that you really love that can turn into something bigger, but it requires you to learn how to overcome some sort of fear or overcome some sort of inhibition that you may have. You're also coming into new groups of people, finding out where it is that you belong, and where you thought you once belonged may not be where you will belong. And it's a very exciting change for you. Capricorns, the solar eclipse is taking place in your 10th house. You're being shot back to square one with something. I don't want you to stress and worry. I think that you are at the helm of a brand new journey, but it does require you to stand on your own 2 feet, embrace the challenges coming your way, and actively assert your boundaries and your expectation. You are excellent at putting out an image of yourself that is very harmonious, very balanced, very likable. So you have to be okay with people not wanting to connect with you, not wanting to be with you, rejecting you. Like, you have to be okay with those things because it's part of the process. It's part of you learning to be the true authentic self that I know you can be. Get ready for a total directional shift. It will come with some growing pains, but I believe in you. Aquarius, this solar eclipse is taking place in your 9th house. There may be a philosophy or a belief that you align yourself with that no longer applies to your life. Maybe you've lived, you've had some experiences, you've met some people, you've had conversations, you've learned some things about who you are as a person, and now a belief or a principle or a way of looking at the world, a certain attitude that you may have, no longer makes sense. I want you to be okay with letting that go and stepping into a student role, learning how to do something for the first time or all over again, allowing it to take you on a new journey and adventure. It's going to be very exciting for you. Last but not least, we have Pisces. The solar eclipse is taking place in your 8th house. The next 6 months are going to be somewhat difficult for you. It's about shedding people, situations, places that are taxing on you, that are taking from you and are not reciprocating your energy. You have to remember the person you want to be and what that requires of you. Be very upfront about who you are, what it is that you want. Putting yourself out there can be really tough for a sign like you because you guys like to hide. The next 6 months will pull you out of your comfort zone and will help you show your true authentic self. Deal with the problems in your immediate environment and attack it, approach it head on. You are undergoing an intense change in the next 6 months, and it's going to require you to step outside of your comfort zone and actively pursue security and making sure that you have everything that you need. You need to be okay with losing people and situations that are more taxing than they're worth. Focus on what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to embody, and how it is that you want to show yourself to the world. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.